welcome back. Family, that's what we're going to talk. All about you, all about me. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, old subscribers, new subscribers, future subscribers. We are here today to talk about family, communication. So we're going to kind of take time because it is going to be a series. This will be part 2 of family. Mine was a very short solo, and today we're going to be doing a group. So I'm going to start with Rosie, and tell me, when I say the word family, what comes to you, Rosie?
My family, the picture of all my family together. Most of the time when I picture my family, I really picture my siblings, and my brother's wives, my sister's husband, because I guess I spend so much time with them already. But it does include everybody in your family. And we used to keep track of how many grandchildren and how many great grandchildren my parents had, but we lost count. And they stopped caring. Well, it's not that they stopped caring, they're just not with us any longer. So family is togetherness, I think. But I know that it's not always togetherness, okay? I know every family has its issues. My family has its issues. There's a group that doesn't speak to the other group. And I am just Switzerland. I speak to everyone. And I think that's because I still live in our childhood home. And in my head, I always think mom and dad's house, And mom and dad's house was everyone's home. So when I think of family, I think of the whole large group.
I've been very blessed to be out and about. When I'm not here, I'm over there, and of course, in my previous videos, you guys know that I love to cruise. And when I cruise, I meet many people. And I like to go out and I meet everyone. I love to talk to different people. So, I do come from a family. I guess we're all baby boomers here. And our children are not. So they're a different type of children. You have nephews, Rosie, that you know what I'm talking about. And, I think that what has happened is that we don't understand generations, because I meet young, old, and everything. And what I have met in my previous few cruises and places that I've gone to visit is family that are not really together. Family that do not see eye to eye or feel that they're not respected. And I hope you do listen to the entire video, because we are going to talk about our family and what I have heard. I have an only child, and I am going to be honest with you. I don't think we have the closeness that we would like to have, and I think it has to do because of generation gap. I know that I am definitely not independent when it comes to children and my spouse, I want to be together, but I just learned that the generation after mine are independent. So maybe that's what I need to do, and maybe that's where the miscommunication comes around. It's funny because, yes, they want to be independent, but they really look up to us to take care of business when they can't take care of business. But I guess that's what part of being a family is. That's what a parent is. My thing is that our children are already parents themselves. And depending on their experiences, they can tell you that they've done better than we have. I can tell you that I've done better than my family has. But isn't that part of it? I remember my mother always saying, you gotta be better than me. You have to be better than me. My experiences were this. Yours need to be better. So, like I said, this is a series on family. I can go on and on and on about family. I am not going to complain negatively about family, but let's be honest about it. Some of us wish we weren't born into the family we were born into. Some of us love the family we were born into. So let's talk. Juanita?
Yeah, and my situation is different because um, I'm a family. We have 9 siblings in our family, and um, I grew up a little bit younger than half of my siblings because they're like maybe 5, 10 years older than I am. Uh, Unfortunately, I lost my mother when I was very young, which I believe I missed out on a whole bunch. But I do remember that when I was young, I was a spoiled brat. I was daddy's little girl, and nobody could touch me. Which actually, when you grow up, that's hard and sad because it doesn't help you out to do certain decisions.
But you were
Also,
not aware of that though.
yeah,
And now you're aware of it,
now I'm
which is
aware of
okay.
it.
But it's okay then because you were untouchable.
yeah, which is, I wish I would have learned. But anyway, I got married young. I married a different culture. Things were not like I thought they were going to be. I was raised like, oh, you're going to live like the Brady Bunch, the Waltons. You're picking
Oh, wow.
white fence house. And it didn't turn out that way, which only the man upstairs knows why. I had 6 children. My doctors would call me fertile myrtle because I don't know how I got pregnant 6 times. Well, I mean I do, but not that way. But I didn't know how to learn how to grow with my children. So basically, I was a young teenager having kids and not knowing how to raise them, how to do what, how to do that. I had suggestions from families, from my family here and there, but it's not the same because when I was growing up, I'm in a picture where everybody used to come to my mom's house. All the grandkids used to play around. We used to fight. We used to go tadpoling, which is at the bridge. They would have like pollywogs, and I would play with my nieces and nephews. So to me, it was a very different situation. After I had my 6, I went through a rough area, which was called divorce. I didn't know how to handle that. My children grew up, other learning values, but my first 2 were taught to be bilingual, and it hurts me.
They're all bilingual. They're all bilingual. I
Except
am
for
her
2.
biological
But
sister.
still,
And quite frankly, I am going to intervene just a little bit because she's doing such a great job. But let me just tell you something. Juanita was the untouchable child. She was the baby of the 9, as she says. And, seriously, I don't think your gap was 5 years. I mean, we had 15 years separate from the oldest to the youngest. And yes, we lost our mother when she was only 15. And quite frankly, she was a little rebel. And I'm going to tell you everything here. She married because I told her to marry because she was pregnant. She was not going to marry. But coming from that belief system, you made this mistake, now you got to sleep with it. So it wasn't even her decision to do that. I will take blame in that because, yes, I think that when you marry, you're supposed to marry someone you love, someone you respect, someone you trust. And because she was so young, she was only 18, and he was a lot older than she was. I also losing my mom and being in my, I think being 21, didn't know any better, right? I mean, you're told to do this, you're told to do that. And so I've never told you this, but I do feel a lot of guilt and I do feel fault that maybe had I not intervened in her life or in her love life, maybe things would have been different. But being a newlywed, being a new mother, and being a mother to a 18-year-old, I too was lost. So that's why we're doing this video. And I do hope that our listeners are listening to the end. So I'm going to have you stop because I do want you to talk more about your family on the next video, if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Rosie, do you want? I would like for you to end this video if we can.
Okay. As you can see, families can be very different from one another. Families can be just two people, or families can be, 30 or 40. It all depends on what life brings your way. But we're hopeful that this video will help you understand and communicate more with your families. All about you, all about me. Until next time.
Thank you.
Goodbye.